welcome back to Making Magical Adventures. In today's video, we're going over our 1-year anniversary of Making Magical Adventures, so stay tuned.
Hey guys, welcome back. Really quick before we jump into today's video, if you guys could subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at our very first goal of knocking out 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We appreciate all of the love and support that you guys have given us. We remember when we hit our first 50 subscribers, which we'll talk about in this video, how ecstatic we are. To see almost 1,000 people who actually want to see our stuff is phenomenal. So thank you guys so much, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of this video.
Some people may say that Disney adults are weird. And you know what? You may be right. But before you judge, there is always a story behind every smile or frown. Not everyone in this world was lucky enough to have a fair childhood. Many of us had to grow up at a young age, or we were told that Disney is just for kids. There are people in this world who suffer from depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and not much can actually make us smile. We are trying to work through the trauma, and if it means being obsessed with Disney, then so be it. It's about time that we gain some of our childhood back. And even if you had a perfectly great life, it's your life and yours alone. Live and love freely, and remember, Disney will always be there to welcome you back home.
So it has been 1 full year of us and this channel and our Instagram, and we just want to make a little video showing all of our moments, our top moments actually, that we had on our page. And that's gonna go for all the videos that we've put out for the past year as of today. This past year has been a little bit crazy for everyone. I know the pandemic kind of changed a lot for us. We had different plans, especially for this channel and for our own personal lives. With that in mind, we want to reflect upon all of our videos. It was super hard just picking like top 10, and we had a different intention of how we were gonna do this video. We're just gonna be going through down the line and picking some of our favorite moments inside some of those videos. So here we go.
All right, so first we're jumping into our first ever video, which is kind of an introductory video of who we are, and what our intentions were for this page and what we would like to see our growth and stuff like that. So this is our very first video ever. It's a little cringy.
Okay, so our second video that we put out was what to bring to Disneyland, and this one is one of the more staple ones, I feel like, to the page, just because we have had a lot of people ask what we do bring, and Nicole also wanted to really just kind of show what you should bring. That way you're not over carrying or under carrying stuff for you to go to Disneyland. So this was a really fun one to make.
Yeah, I know that when we were first planning our very first trip ever, that was like immediately the first video I typed into YouTube was like, what should we bring to the park? And there was a lot of helpful tips on there from previous videos, so this is what I brought in my bag, so that's why we made a video on it. Okay,
so next up we have the Downtown Disney video that we filmed, and this was actually the very first video we did on the Disneyland Resort property, and it was really fulfilling to be able to get down there. I know we did a couple takes and it wasn't really turning out how we wanted, and then we just kind of resorted back to our vlogging style and the way that we're used to filming, and it just went super smooth from that point. This was a very big video for us. We also got to try Crazy Shake for the first time. We got to try mint juleps and beignets in Downtown Disney, and overall it was such a blast. My mom and her boyfriend tagged along. We just had a really good time, and overall that trip was a solid success.
And then I feel that's where we kind of found that we love doing merch reviews. So we started kind of slowly figuring out what are things that we like that we can put out on videos that we feel that other people would like to see. So this is how we became us. So jumping into our next video, it's kind of like a duo. So we started off first in Downtown Disney. Again, that following weekend, we were celebrating Henry's 25th birthday at that time. And we went with his dad and his girlfriend. He did like a little birthday dinner celebration. And then the next day we finally got to go inside the park, and That was so much fun. We were super excited to be back there. It was the first time
since 5 months, because we went in May.
Yeah, we went in May. Yeah, I was trying to see if it was that same year or not. So we went a couple months later, and it felt really good to just be back in the park and relive that experience, and then show them like, this is why we fell in love with the park. So that was a really good experience. I really enjoyed it.
We just started with just filming just what we enjoyed doing, you know, just being at the park. You know, 5 months before is when Nicole and I went for the very first time together, and then coming back 5 months later, it just like opened a can of worms. We're like, this is what we gotta do, we gotta be doing this. So it's just really cool to see like the progression even in videos between you know, in May when we went for the first time together, and then to October where we went again for like the birthday celebration, or just to be there for Halloween. And that was actually the first time we were there for the Halloween season, or at least that I've been.
I'm sure I've been when I was younger, but I can't remember. But yeah, it was like, there was so much to take in. It was really fun. So we did the 2-day 1 park pass that time. So we also filmed our experience in California Adventures at that time. Halloween time, just absorbing everything in.
Oh, I got the cool Oogie Boogie cup.
Yes.
Thank you, Angie. I got the cool Oogie Boogie cup.
Oh my god, that was really cool. And then we filmed our experience in Batu on the day that we were in Disneyland, but we released it after because we were trying to chronological order. But we had never been to Batu because we actually went in May. The first time we went to Disneyland as a couple, we went the week before opening day or opening week, whatever.
Oh, that's right.
So we didn't get to experience Batu. We were too early. So we made a whole like first reaction being in Batu. So that was really like, that was a really cool moment. Like just walking in there, as everybody says, you get that different feeling. You're not even in Disneyland type of thing. There's so many different attractions and things to look at. Like it's a world of its own. And
you see people carrying like Disney bags and stuff,
like,
and you're just like, it's not Disney inside of there. And I remember distinctively like when we were passing by the rock formation right there in like Frontierland, I believe. And knowing that Batu was on the other side, that we couldn't go in. But then yeah, like she said, the next time where we just kind of went inside, went there, it was mind-blowing. You know, like if you guys have never been to Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland or Walt Disney World, we highly recommend it. I'm actually watching a little documentary or something on Netflix that kind of goes over all the experiences and stuff. And one thing, I guess since we're on Batu, I really, really wish we would have built a lightsaber before even this pandemic hit. But I mean, that's something to look forward to. We haven't built a droid or anything. We just have experienced a lot of the foods, which we made a video about as well. But like, you know, she was saying, overall, such a beautiful, fun, totally different experience of Disneyland, for sure.
Team Green Milk all the way.
Blue.
So another thing on our channel, because we were not annual pass holders at the time, we were just driving up and doing downtown Disney vlogs and going whenever we could. We started implementing how to do Disney at home, and that was something. Now I really appreciate that we started this at that time. So our first ever video was the Monte Cristo sandwich. I attempted to make a Disneyland meal in our own home and how to teach you guys how to do that. It's not perfect, but it was pretty good.
It was good. Yeah. But we, I guess a quick backstory on that, when we did go for the first time for our honeymoon, we went to, she really wanted to go to the Blue Bayou, and I had no idea what the Blue Bayou was or anything. But we ended up going to the Blue Bayou. We got the Monte Cristo, the jambalaya, and the gumbo. So we got the whole nine. Got the best seats, I would say, in that entire restaurant.
Front row by the attraction.
But overall, like, that was one thing she wanted to do, because we bought a book, Cooking with Walt, and I believe that's what we named our
series.
Our series after. But yeah, I mean, great idea. It came out perfect.
It was really cool. I'm actually surprised with how close we got to the actual sandwich. So like I said, we started showing you guys how to cook meals, and that's something I enjoy doing. I love cooking, so bringing that to the channel was something new that we could offer you guys. So I really appreciate the cooking series that we've done.
We just released one yesterday of the Disneyland churros, so make sure you check that out too after this video.
Yeah.
I guess the next thing would be Kappa. So we went through this whole Kappa top of the ordeal where we didn't know if our channel would survive, just based upon the new guidelines and the new policies from YouTube.
It stirred up like everybody in the Disney community that we've watched, like everybody was just going through the motions, like, okay, like we wake up the next day, are we still okay, are we not okay? It was a really tough time. Yeah, it was tough, but we're still here. Our next video was how to do Disneyland on a budget. On this video, I was showing you guys how to kind of buy your clothing items and your accessories ahead of time. That way you had more money that you could spend inside the park so that you could leave with some really cool souvenirs. All right, our next video, which is one of like up in my top 5s or top 10s, I don't even know what it is. It's a really good video, was us finally becoming annual pass holders. This video means the world to us because that was just like something we worked really hard for. It took us, I mean, 8 months to get the pass. We had been saving for a while, from October to then. I think it was from October to December 31st is actually when we became annual pass holders. So there was those months in between that, you know, we were just kind of, like I said, filling in with content wherever we could. We finally become annual pass holders, and bam, we can start making magical adventures. We can film whatever we want for you guys. Like, this was our, like, the gates are open, have at it.
That was such a joyful moment. Like, even when we went that day too, like, it was just, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we literally, I had to work that day. I got off of work, we drove straight to the parks, and we got on the tram, we went and got our pass. Like, we were just like bam, 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 bam. Like, we were just trying to get our pass like as fast as we could that day. So that day means a lot.
Yeah, that's a moment in history for sure for our channel, and that was something too, like between like my birthday and till Christmas, and we were saving up, and then even for Christmas we didn't really even get each other anything, but the passes is what we got. So it was a blessing, honestly, with the pass, and that was a really awesome moment in history for us.
That's a big achievement for us as a couple, so I love that we have it documented.
Okay, so we have the festival holidays, and this was our first festival that we have gone to at the Disneyland Resort, and it was fun.
We were mind blown, like this is a thing. Like, that's when I really knew that I liked doing the food reviews. So yeah, definitely Festival of Holidays, one for the books. Really
what would
good
you
video.
say? You love the cold brew, right? Remember
yeah, no, the cold brew was okay. I think my favorite meal on that day was
the slider.
They had like a lot of options, pretty much anything with a puff pastry, so like the beef Wellington, and they had like a vegan shepherd's pie. Those two things were really awesome, and their mac and cheese, I think, that I had at that festival. Oh yeah, that mac and cheese is good. And yours was that turkey slider,
the slider, yeah. Oh man,
if
just seeing that slider.
If I could recreate that, I would, but that one is like top secret. I don't know where I'm gonna find that.
It was good. So the next up we have is our Disneyland Adventures video, where actually we go to the park with no plan and just kind of up in the air. Usually, like, we'll go to the park and we'll have some sort of game plan of what we're gonna film, what we're gonna try, just for, you know, content's sake. This was the first time that we went, and it was like, let's just do whatever. So it was fun, and it was cool getting dissed by the stormtroopers again. But yeah, it was a fun time. Got the Baby Yoda spirit jersey, so super thrilled.
That was a mission, but yeah, after that you looked really cool rocking it. All right, next is one of my top favorites, is the Lunar New Year Festival. Again, that's another food video, and they did have like a celebratory parade, which is really incredible to watch. But the food, I think the Lunar New Year Festival food was my favorite out of the Festival of Holidays, and out of Food and Wine. I think that one's like here, and then Food and Wine is like here. I don't know, they're really good. That day to me, I don't know what it is, but like that is my favorite video. That is like I don't know what it is about that day. I think I had a great time with you that day.
It was fun.
It was just something magical that that's my video. That's the one I hold near and dear to my heart.
So yeah, because I remember she was telling me, because we were gonna do a video with like our top 5 or top 10, and she's like, well, the Lunar New Year. And in my head, I'm like
3, that's like number 3.
Like, how's it up there? But it was, now that I'm reflecting and looking back on it, it was a really good video, and yeah, I am glad that we did that.
Any day I'm in Disney with you is good.
Agreed, same. So next up we have Oga's Cantina, and this is in Batu. This overall, we met some great people. We had such a blast, and I would rather you guys maybe go and check that video out to kind of like get the full feel for it.
Okay, this video was super fun. It was that cantina is really dark, so the quality of the video, I'm sorry, it's not too great. It wasn't nothing we were doing. It was just like there's flashing lights and stuff, so our camera was bugging out. But the experience and the friendships we made from this, fantastic. The drinks are really cool. We actually part 2'd it and did Smuggler's Run with some of our friends that we met at the cantina.
And we're still friends with them to this day.
We love you guys, seriously. That is another memory that we keep, like, I don't know, that was just a really good time. Like every now and then we'll just like sporadically be like, remember when we were on Smuggler's Run, blah, blah, blah. And like we talk about that all the time. It's really good.
It was fun. I love that. And that kind of, like she said, leads into the next video of us driving the Millennium Falcon or flying the Millennium Falcon with the full group that we had. We had a full group of 6, so we're able to go in as a group, and we didn't have any, I guess, outsiders come in. We all knew each other, and it was fun. So check those videos out. We had a blast. Recommend seeing it.
I think we were the outsiders. So just kidding. Now this is the video that I'm sure a lot of people were like, what is this video on their page? This is our very first ever recording or vlog style of our first trip to Disneyland. This is what set it up for us, that we were like, oh my god, we love Disneyland. So we had originally posted this video on Henry's channel, and as I said, or as we said earlier, it's a different style of vlogging because that's how we used to vlog, I guess, per se. We didn't know like what to expect with Disney. We never had a plan. We were just kind of like, oh, we're going to Disneyland, let's like record ourselves like back how people did in the 90s with the camcorder, like just record your moments.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that is, but like that to me is my #1 video, hands down, always, because that is where we fell in love with Disney. That's where we felt like, oh my gosh, we found a home that you know, there's a community of people that love it just as much as we do. Like that video to me is everything.
It's very special. It's one of those things where like you look back and just even like thinking about it, it's just like, that's what started it all. Honestly, like, you know, we watched videos before we went. We were binge watching plenty of different YouTubers that we still watch to this day. But like being there and being there together was a totally different experience. And like every time we go into the parks is always something different. And I know even when the parks open up, it's gonna be a totally different world once again. But yeah, that video is near and dear to our hearts. And again, this was gonna be the #1 in our top 10 or top 5 that we were gonna display before doing this type of video. It's just a fun video. It's a fun video.
All right, another one for the books was the penny press video. That one is, I don't know. Man. We don't even have to say anything. We both know what we're thinking. That was an all-day project. Our feet were hurting. I think
everything was hurting.
Everything was hurting.
My
our
eyes,
brains,
my fingers, putting the coins in.
Oh my gosh, your thumbs, I know. Like that video, whew, that was a hurdle. But honestly, the purpose of that video, we went in with the mindset, hey, let's collect all these penny press and the dollar ones that they have.
Well, literally every penny press.
Yeah, every machine. So we went to each machine, we purchased a book, and we went throughout both resorts, the hotels, downtown Disney, wherever you can find a penny press machine, we were there. So we went in with the mindset of, let's buy a book, let's collect all the pennies, and we actually gave this book away. And
yeah, no, we did. So we did 2 books.
We did 2.
Yeah, we did 2 books.
For personal.
Yeah, which we still have. And then we did 1 to give away because we're like, you know what would be fun is to go around, collect them all, and then do the same thing for someone else. And maybe we spoke too soon on doing the whole entire resort. It was so much fun. And this is one of the videos, this is a little bit longer of a video.
Yeah. But you know what, when we gave this book away to one of our followers on Instagram, that was everything for us. Like how excited they were for this penny press book to come out. I believe that they had been planning a trip following up not that far after. So like we started off the book for them and there was still some slots that they could fill in of anything that they wanted to fill in. So that to me was like so worth it. That was definitely like, okay, like we did what we wanted to do. Like it went in the right direction. Like I'm so happy that they enjoyed it.
So with the penny press video between like lunchtime or no, afternoon sometime.
It was in the afternoon. We broke away for a break
to film another video.
Yeah, it was kind of like lunch, dinner, early dinner maybe, I would say.
Yeah, probably 3, 4.
Yeah, and this was a good one too. This was our Trader Sam's experience.
Yeah. This was a good
That was awesome. We tried the green drink because you can't call it the child. That's what it looks like though. And I ordered their Mai Tai, which was extremely strong, but definitely worth your money for sure. And then we tried out some food options there because we've never been. And we actually sat out on the porch side. We didn't sit inside, which I'm actually grateful that we did sit outside because the video quality was better. Had we been on the inside, it's a little dark. But yeah, that experience, that was a really good like date night.
I would do it again. That's another, once the Disneyland hotel opens,
we are gonna
go there.
We're gonna go stay at the hotel and then we're gonna go have dinner at Trader Sam's.
That's gonna happen. So next up, we have the Magic Happens Parade, and this is one of our very memorable moments again from the park. And it was just beautiful. We were there on opening day for the parade. We were actually sitting down, we sat down on the curb on Main Street for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we got there early. Well, we ended up being in front of the
Penny Arcade.
No, Penny Arcade's on the opposite side. We ended up being in front of like the Mickey showroom area where you can go and see like the little cinema. We were sitting right there for a good 2 hours, 3 hours in advance just to make sure we had the seat to film everything for you guys. Oh, we were by the little Indian post.
Oh yeah,
I forgot if I don't even know if he has a name, but that's where we were. So that parade, magical, literally, like that is the name of the parade. It really was magical. I almost like cried at the end of it. I was just like in awe the whole time. That was a really great parade. All right, another festival for you guys was Food and Wine Festival. That one was a really great time. We got to meet a lot of people that we wanted to meet. We met Mr. Cheesy Pop there. I got to meet the Morning Mess, which is a radio station out here in Arizona. It was overall like a really good, it was a good weekend, good experience, hands down. Okay.
So it was really good food too.
Yeah.
So next up we have Pixar Night. This was such an awesome experience. This was in California Adventure. And number one, it was kind of like the lead up towards going there because it was a little bit later at night because it is a after dark event. And so Nicole and I had on our Pixar jerseys. We had on our Wilderness Explorer hats. She had her beanie. We were ready to go. They gave you like a lanyard to show that you are part of the event, a separate ticket. They had some fun foods. They had really cool little events you can attend. What we really liked about it is the rides. Like you could just virtually just walk on a ride because there was like no one there. We tried the Dory soup to meet Flick and Ada. We met Carl, Doug, and Russell. It was so much fun. And
that was the first time that Ian and Barley made their appearance because I think the Onward movie had just released that same weekend. So that was their first appearance at the park. And that was like amazing because Henry was like head over heels over the movie. Like he just really enjoyed the movie. So to be able to meet them for the first time at Pixar Night, I don't even think they brought him back out in the park after that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But that was just like super exclusive. We were like, oh my god, like we have to get a picture. And Henry loves Guinevere.
Oh yeah, got the hat on.
So yeah, that was like super awesome experience. I wish I could go back in time and redo Pixar Night.
It was so much fun.
All right, one of our biggest videos and yeah, one of our hardest ones was when we found out Disneyland was closing because of COVID. And in this video, I am plain upset. Like I am so devastated that we heard the news that they were closing. I understand with why, and I appreciate that they're taking all of the proper precautions, and even now the park is still closed. But definitely very devastating to hear that, you know, a place that you go that feels like home, that is just your escape from reality, the place you go to escape reality for things like this, has to close. So that was a really hard video. I really don't even like looking back at it. Like it's there documented, but it just breaks my heart every time I think about us having to even film that and how the park is still closed. You know, tomorrow's never promised to us, so we're very big advocates on live today as your life is today. Live it to the happiest that you can make it. Make sure that you're always happy in what you're doing. So I feel that, you know, in this time, we did what was best for us. we're happy, we're healthy, and we're just, you know, moving along day by day until we can be back in the park. All right, then after all that happened, after we moved out here, we made our way back to downtown Disney.
That's when it just opened.
Yes, that's when we went opening weekend. That was an experience. First time having to wear a mask, which is so weird because we had been wearing masks for everything. But then you go to downtown Disney where you're required to wear your mask, and I was like, how are we able to film? Like, this is so strange. Yeah. You know, it really changes the atmosphere.
We haven't filmed with a mask.
No,
you know, and it was
so strange. Like, looking back at our videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, how were we ever in the park without a mask? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was a really good experience. I got to reunite with some of my family members that weekend as well. So just looking back at that video is definitely monumental. Being in the park with face masks, well, not the park, being in downtown Disney with a face mask, getting to be with family members again, create new memories with them. Looking at all the merchandise, we spent so much money. It really hurt our wallets at times, but I don't know. I honestly
hadn't been to the park.
I know. I'm extremely happy that we were just able to do downtown Disney. I'm happy that we're able to do it now. If Disneyland were just to open their gates and let us walk through the park, not even get on rides, not even buy churros or stuff, like if we could just walk through the park, I would be
We'll bring our own churros, actually.
I would be completely happy. Like, you don't even understand. But yeah, that was a good experience, being back for the first time.
It's so weird to think, and if you really think about it, our first video on the property was in downtown Disney, and that's where we're at now. We're back in downtown Disney because that's all where we can be at the moment. So it's one of those things where, like, you know, you just have to go with what's presented, you know, and do the best you can.
I'm super happy because I feel that we're pretty humble. Like, we don't forget where we started. We started with downtown Disney because we couldn't afford to get into the park at that time to have the passes. So, like, honestly, I'm thankful that we understand downtown Disney. We're content with just that. So to be able to refilm all that, like, we're completely satisfied.
It's been an experience for sure. And then with that being said, we showed off a lot of the merch that we did pick up in our next video, which, you know, it is always fun to show a little bit of what you got, shows other people some things too. But from there, we started doing the whole DIY.
I got back into
Disney stuff.
Yeah, I got back into my roots of, you know, hey, we can't go to the park, how do we bring Disney home? So we did a little DIY craft. I show you guys how to make like a little centerpiece table set. I don't even know what you would call it, like a little basket. So we make a little Mickey basket, and then our next video after that was I was teaching you guys how to make Tiana's gumbo.
Super good.
I love cooking, like I said it earlier. In that video, honestly, I feel like that was one of my more favorite cooking videos we've done. The food was fantastic. We also did mint juleps with that.
Yeah, that was fun.
And if I could have, because we filmed this during the week after my work hours, if I could have, I would have even included my own recipe for beignets in there. That would have been a really great time too.
Next up, another very monumental moment on Making Magical Adventures.
I made a Baby Yoda, Ahsoka Tano, which we call her Soki.
Soki.
I wanted a little Baby Yoda of my own, but the Mattel Baby Yoda kind of, I don't know, it kind of freaked me out normal. It's cute, but I wanted something more girly. All right, so this is my girl Soki. Now, I needed a girl in my life, so obviously we had to get some eyelashes on her. I really think it creates character for her now. I don't know, it just like, it makes it different. Now I'm just like totally obsessed with her. But yeah, we made a video on how we got her color changed, how we painted her, like the whole 9. This was a lot of work. Definitely some things I probably would have changed, but it was definitely a learning experience. But in the end, this is my Baby Yoda. Like, she is my girl, so I'm happy with it.
Shout out to Ashley Eckstein, who is Ahsoka Tano in Clone Wars. We really want her to see Soki, so each time we post, we usually tag her, but I'm looking forward to the day if like Ashley actually sees Soki. I think it's gonna be kind of funny, but anyways, yeah, that kind of leads us into our next video where we did the Halloween. We went Disney Hypebeast. He showed us on how he does some things, looking for all the new merchandise in the world of Disney. We met some really awesome cast members who now we follow. They follow us. really awesome. Shout out to those cast members. You know, it's been a beautiful experience just in downtown Disney. It's definitely opened our eyes to a different part of Disneyland.
Yes.
So it was super fun. We also did a merch haul video where we show all the Halloween merch. And then to kind of go back, our most recent video before the Disneyland churros from yesterday, we did another Halloween meet and greet with our baby Yodas, which that one was super successful. Super fun. We ran out of merch. Our Making Magical Adventures stickers. Yeah, new stuff will be coming this upcoming week. On Friday, we're gonna be announcing our collection 1, which we're gonna have pins. We're gonna have cool tie-dye Making Magical Adventures spooky shirts, stickers, limited edition pins. There's gonna be chase pins, so a very limited stock of those. A lot of fun stickers, and overall, we're just super excited to kind of put out another batch of stuff. I know there's a lot of videos we didn't talk about for the sake of time, but overall, you know, this past year has been a wild roller coaster ride, for sure.
Yeah, honestly, as I said earlier, I'm just very grateful for this experience. Like, this one year has taught us a lot. We've literally have had our ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I seriously love and appreciate every single one of you. Even our Instagram followers. I'm not sure, a lot of our Instagram followers don't go on YouTube, but every single one of you who just support Making Magical Adventures. We were just putting videos for something for us.
Fun.
I don't even know, I'm just speechless. Like, we were just literally posting our videos to document our time at the park. For reasons like this, when there's a pandemic happening and we can't be inside the park, we can look back at the times that we were there. And the fact that we grew this much, I don't even know how many followers we're at, but it's just like mind-blowing that we have all of you here present with us virtually, and that you follow our experience. And at the end of the day, all I can say is thank you so much. Seriously, thank you.
It's like, it's crazy, you know, starting from nothing, getting to where we're at. Like, it was never about numbers for us. It was about having a good time, sharing that time, sharing the love of Disney. You know, we came into this community not really knowing everything that we kind of know now. I don't feel like we know everything, but I feel like we know a significant portion now. You know, this whole thing was just to have fun, put out cool videos, put out fun videos that we enjoyed. And then it started kind of becoming a bigger thing where we wanted to just show experiences, we wanted to do reviews, and for people who were going to go to the park, we wanted to have some sort of guidance for them to kind of look at. And I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job this past year. Like she was saying, there's nothing but thanks that I can give to all of you guys. It's just an honor, really, to be in this community, to have grateful supporters such as yourself, who have subscribed to our channel and who have followed us on Instagram and have been around for the ride. Like, this is 1 year. I can't believe all of this has happened in 1 year. Like, it blows my mind. It's been so much fun. We can't wait till the parks get open. That way we can go in there, do more videos, meet more of you guys. But overall, like, the experiences that you guys give us, like the comments and just the messages that we get on Instagram, like, that's what it's all about. You know, this is now about being able to provide for the community, and which has helped build us and who we are now. And again, just thank you for that. It's an honor to have you as a supporter, to have you watching our videos, even if you're not subscribed or whatever. Like, you've come across our videos and you've watched it. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. We look forward to being in this community more. We look forward to how we can start getting all of you guys involved and you a part of our page. You know, because it's not necessarily like we just want to put things out. We want to be able to have you feel a part of Making Magical Adventures. And that's what this whole thing is about, is to create those memorable moments in your life and to remember that wherever you're at in your life, you can still tag along with us. We accept everyone. We welcome everyone to our page. And it's so much fun to see everyone who has been along for the ride with us.
Yeah.
It's been super fun. So, you know, thank you guys again. We appreciate it. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah, look, I'm just like reflecting back now on our becoming annual pass holders. I think we had just hit 50 subscribers that
Oh,
night.
yeah,
and I was like over
we were like
the
so
moon.
crazy.
I was over the moon, and now we're about to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's mind blowing. Like, oh my gosh, we have almost 1,000. Like, that like 50 was good. 1,000, like, oh my gosh, I cannot even explain how happy.
I remember, yeah, like,
do you remember?
How I was so ecstatic when it said 50. I was like, 50 people want to see what we're doing.
There was 2 goals that night. We got our annual pass and we had our first 50 subscribers. So seriously, thank you. Here we are a couple months later in the middle of a pandemic, and this is where we're at now in our growth. So all I can say is thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. It's really hard to how to end a video like this, but I mean, again, thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. You know, we appreciate the support and everything, and we're gonna stay true. We got videos coming out every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's always about fun new Disney stuff. So if you guys did enjoy this video, we would appreciate if you could give us a thumbs up. Guys, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Be sure to hit that bell too for enabling notifications so that way you can be notified when we do drop a new video. And like we always say,
may you always have a magical adventure.
We'll see you in the next video, guys.
Bye.
Bye.